Changes in weather and changes of season often throw our immune system for a loop and makes a lot of people ill. Snuffle noses, sore throats, that sort of thing. So today I'm going to do an immune boosting soup. With Hurricane Michael hitting our coast, we have gone from 84 degrees to 54 degrees in a matter of 2 days here in western Pennsylvania. And my heart goes out to all of those who have lost their homes, their loved ones, and their lives. And I don't want to make light of that at all. I just want to say that for the rest of us who aren't directly affected, the hurricane has at least altered our weather here on the East Coast. Even if we're not getting, the rain, it's very, very cloudy, very gloomy, and very cold, and it came in an instant. So this soup is what I call my immune boosting soup, and the reason for that is a lot of garlic and a lot of onions, and those really do boost our immune system, as well as turmeric for aches and pains, and a little cayenne that will really zap out any kind of cold. Okay, so let's get started. What I started with, and I'm doing this in the Instant Pot. Feel free to do this on the stove or put it in a crock pot or any other pressure cooker that you have. You do what you have on hand. Don't feel that because I'm doing an Instant Pot and if you don't have one that you can't do it. All of my recipes can be just cooked on the stove, okay? So I have put 6 very small potatoes, cut up bite size. And these are russets, but use whatever you have. And when I say small, these are just real small, small. Use 3 medium if that's the size you have. Don't go out and buy something special for my recipes. Use what you have on hand. So I've diced those up to bite size. And I am going to put 1 can rinsed and drained garbanzo beans. And these are some organic ones that I got from that brandless site. I've been real pleased with them. And then I've got 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. Use fresh if you've still got some from your garden. Now this is actually 5 stalks of celery. And celery gives the soup a salty flavor. So I try to always use some celery in my soups. And if you want to use less, you certainly can. I've got 1 cut up carrot. Six minced, whatever you want to call it. I guess that is minced. Garlic cloves. And yes, I said 6. We want this to have a lot of onion, a lot of garlic. 1 red onion. Then I'm going to use minced onion too. Remember I said a lot of onion? Okay, and I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of those minced onions. I'm also using fresh chives from my garden. So that's minced onion, fresh onion, and chives. Lots of onion. And these are from my garden. And this is 2/3 of a cup. If you have dried instead of fresh, you can use about half this amount, about 1/4 cup. And dried is more concentrated, so you don't need as much. So fresh, you need a lot. Okay. Now I am using 1/3 cup of nutritional yeast because I really love the cheesy flavor that it gives foods. That's what this is here. This is the one that I get, just the great big can. And I'll put a link to that if you don't know where to get it in your area. It's not available in my area either. I have to order it. Now I'm going to use a tablespoon of Dulse flakes, Like I said, we have to add it to our food occasionally to get our iodine. Now, we get some iodine from potatoes as well. So 1 tablespoon. And no, this is going to be a big soup, so it's not going to give it a fishy flavor at all. Don't worry about that. It's just going to give you your dose of iodine that you need. All right. Parsley. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of parsley. Oops. 1 tablespoon. And 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And I'm only going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper because I don't like my food real spicy, but I want to give it a little bit of a kick because, like I said, it helps knock out colds. I'm going to do 1/2 tablespoon of thyme, and this is dried. You can use fresh if you grow it yourself. And 1/2 tablespoon of ground turmeric. And turmeric is really good for inflammation, aches, and pains. The thing that you have to remember with turmeric is that to activate its healing properties, it has to be paired with black pepper. So I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, and then I've got some crushed red pepper. And again, sore throats, aches and pains, something spicy is really going to help with that. So 1 teaspoon of those red pepper flakes. And then I'm going to throw in 1 bay leaf, which of course we'll pull out once the soup is done. All right, and that's all of our ingredients. Now I'm just going to add water to cover. Okay, and that has taken that up. Let me see if I can even see the measure. This is the 6-quart. Can't see. I think it says 10 cups. There's my max line, and that's how far I've got. Okay? And I'm just going to give everything a real good stir. And this is going to be tonight's dinner. Now, in the Instant Pot, this is only going to take 20 minutes. It takes about 10 to come up to pressure and then cook for 20 minutes, and then however long it takes to release the pressure once it's done. But this is afternoon, and we'll have this for our dinner this evening. Make sure everything's sealed up good and tight, and then you want to cook it for 20. Can you see that? 20 minutes. So if you're doing this on the stove top, you'll do it just until your carrots are as soft as you want them to be. And carrots will be the longest cooking time that you have. Potatoes don't take quite as long as carrots do. So I hope that you like this. Try this recipe out. This will be really good on these cold fall and winter days. You all take care, and if you're on the coast, stay safe, guys, okay? Have a good day.